So I went to see Dune Part 2 this past weekend, and let's get into it. Dune Part 2, the second part after 2021's Dune, directed by Denis Villeneuve. You guys, movies are back. Scratch that. Good movies, great movies are back. This movie is a cinematic achievement like I've never seen. I am in awe of what Denis created. It is so beautiful and atmospheric. Every new environment introduced in Dune Part 2 feels like a new world. The attention to detail plays throughout, from the most grand setting to the smallest of things, is so satisfying. I didn't even pick up that the font used for the subtitles is Futura, which also ties everything because all of this takes place in the far future. I was like, I mean, maybe a lot of you knew that, but I barely caught it. Every single wide shot in this movie is a masterpiece. It looks like a painting. It is beautiful art. I got chills time and time again. The machinery in this, the buildings, they all look real, which just speaks to the CGI in this being barely noticeable, and that these characters belong in these environments, in these settings. I felt like I had been transported to this world, and all of this just in a standard movie theater. Like, I could only imagine how it feels watching it on IMAX. Like, I don't even know if I could, I'd probably explode or something. I believed in this world. The sound, the score, come on now. I'm gonna say it, the Oscars, they're knocking again, Denis. I loved how at moments it was silent and then the music or the sound came in to build up the intensity, the hype, just adding more to the thrill ride of it all. The editing is so good. It just flowed so well. Tying in from wide to medium to close-up to extreme close-up shots, and putting in reactions from the other characters as to what is happening in this moment. It just all came together beautifully like magic. There are so many moments, scenes to point out in this movie, but I have to shout out the worm riding scene where Paul learns how to ride one of the worms, because the way that this is captured, there's barely any dialogue. It's all action, and it's like you are in this 1000%. You are invested. Capturing fear to excitement to everything in between, from both Paul and the Fremen watching, it's just amazing, you guys. I don't watch superhero movies. Maybe I'll get into them later, but I don't. That's apart from this. But I feel like this is what Marvel fans or superhero fans like to watch, because these action shots, these action scenes, it is so satisfying to it. It's just like, oh my god, it gives you all you need. It gave me what I needed. There's no filler in this movie. Everything that is in this movie, every scene that is in this movie deserves to be in this movie, with chill moments or story building moments, world building moments, and then we go on to another action-packed scene, and then it's the perfect roller coaster. It all flows so well. I think it's pretty obvious that the technical aspects of Dune 2 were going to be standouts given what Dune Part 1 delivered, but just as good as that was, the acting in this movie matched it. Everyone in this movie is so good. Timothée leads this movie so well. That monologue he delivers, wow. He plays Paul Muad'Dib so well. I'm not even gonna say, I'm just gonna refer to him as Paul. He does it so well. I rooted for him, and then I feared him. I didn't know anything about Dune before watching Part 1 or Part 2, so I had no idea what was going to happen, what the story of Dune is. So everything came to me as a surprise, a pleasant surprise. Denis and Timothée did such a good job to deliver a false prophet, who I thought was a hero, but then turns out to be quite the opposite. Zendaya, oh my god, queen, yes. Okay, we see and hear more from her in this, more than Dune Part 1, and she brings it. I loved Johnny. I believed her and Paul's love story, no matter how short of a time it was captured in, because at the end of the day, it's a movie, so they have to compact it. But even with what we did get, you believe that these two characters fall for each other. It didn't feel forced at all. It didn't feel awkward at all. You are rooting for them. You believe in their love, which makes the ending that much more heartbreaking. Ooh. Like I said, everyone in this movie is so good. I could literally get into each character and praise them, but I'm not going to for the sake of time. But I have to point out these are two characters, two actors. Rebecca Ferguson as Lady Jessica and Austin Butler as Fade Rotha. Jessica, for me, delivers an Oscar-winning performance. I doubt it's going to happen, but I hope it does. Hey, I'm saying it here, like, if it happens, I was one who believed in it. What a badass. Like, girl, slay me the house down. Queen. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I am scared of her, and I love that. I love that for me. And you too should be scared. That water of life scene, whew, girl. I mean, she came to slay. Austin Butler, boy, you did your thing on this. He's the perfect villain. Fade Rotha is described as psychotic in the movie, and he delivers that. A psychotic, evil villain who enjoys being psychotic and evil and a villain. The scene where he's introduced has to be one of my favorites. I loved how it was black and white, introducing his world to us, and just like, wow, what a way to create and to view and interpret the world he comes from. It was like so mesmerizing, and it was just black and white. Like, what? There's obviously going to be a third part to this, maybe even more after that, and I'm so ready for it. Congratulations to Denis and the cast and the entire team behind Dune Part 2. This movie is a masterpiece. It's a work of art. This has to be one of, if not the best sci-fi movies of the year. And it's only March. Maybe the best of the last decade ever. Get into it. Go watch it. Dune Part 2. I loved it. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share. And until next time, adios.